We have by Ishvara Anugraha, Shastra Kripa, Guru Kripa, Atma Kripa, completed 10 chapters of the Bhagavad Gita. It's a significant landmark. It's a very significant landmark. And as we understand chapter 11, the unfoldment of chapter 11, we will be able to understand, relate to the teaching even more. That's something very important. We pray for continued Ishvara Anugraha, Shastra Kripa, Guru Kripa, Atma Kripa. The Upanishads, there are 7 layers, like I've told you. The Moola Grantha are the Vedas. Then we have a layer of Upanishads. Then we have Brahma Sutra. We have Bhagavad Gita. We have Puranas, Itihasas, Prakarana Grantha. These are the 7 layers. 3 are considered as Prasthana Traya, solid pillars. Brahma Sutra, Upanishad, and Bhagavad Gita. They are the pillars. Prasthana Traya. The Upanishads form what is called Veda Anta. Vedanta means the end portion of the Vedas. Vedanam Anta, Vedasya Anta. So the Anta, the second portion, Uttara Khanda. And in that portion, all resolutions, all confusions relating to Tattva are clarified. I don't like to use the word philosophy. The Tattva, truth-related confusions are clarified, are resolved. We have the Purva, Veda Purva. It is called the Karma Kanda. The Karma Kanda resolves all dharma-related conflicts, ethical conflicts. So the Veda Purva handles dharma or ethical conflicts, and Veda Anta handles philosophical confusions. The Bhagavad Gita does a very unique role. If you read at the end of every chapter, it will be written, it is Bhagavad Gita Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre, it will be written. So it is Upanishad, Vakya, and Krishna's Vakya. They're all drawn from the Upanishads. Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre. It is a unique combination where ethical conflicts and philosophical confusions are resolved in the same text. Call it a textbook is not right. Grantha, scripture. In the same book, both are clarified. Both are resolved. Clarified is a very bad. Resolved. It's a unique book that way. Chapter 1 to 6 deals with Jiva Swarupa. Chapter 7 to 12 is dealing with Ishvara Swarupam. 13 to 18 will deal with Tat Aikyam. Jiva Ishvara Swarupa Aikyam. That will be in the last section. And it is a matter of Ishvara Anugraha that we are fast approaching the Aikyam. We are in the 11th chapter, 12, and you are in the Madhyama Shatkam. We are fortunate enough to be led into. It's a rare fortune, indeed, to be able to study the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita, Narayana Swayam, Krishna himself taught it to Arjuna. That's why Krishna Avatara is a unique, because that's the only Avatara in which he came as a Brahma Vidya Yoga Acharya. And in that parampara, Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. In this teaching tradition, we have had giants, Vyasa, Shankara, so many others, so. The relationship with your immediate teacher is a very unique relationship. A teacher-student relationship is perfect. And that's what Swami Dayananda Saraswati brought to us. Crystal clarity when it comes to understanding the scriptures. No mumbo jumbo, no sending you on a trip, everything available to you. Crystal clarity. Swamiji says, call me if you like, in case you want clarity. That was the kind of teaching we were exposed to. And the tradition continues among so many teachers. From him, from Swami Dayananda, I learned from Swami Atmatriptananda, another amazing teacher. I continue to learn from Sri Swami Paramarthananda. There are so many others who are all teachers par excellence. With these words, we will see what chapter 11 leads us to. All of us who are born in these Vaidika Parampara, all human beings, we all want an Ishvara Sakshatkar. We want a direct contact with Ishvara. Is it possible? Shastra says, yes, it is possible. So I have no reason to doubt the Shastra. Because the Shastra is not going to put me on a trip. There are teachings, I don't know whether it's teachings, there are faiths, belief systems, which unfortunately put you on a trip. Put you on a trip. There is God, and I am the Messiah, Masiha. I am the Savior. You have to be saved. So, a belief system is created and an infrastructure, an organization is created to run the belief system. There is no criticism or of anything, just observing of certain facts, which as Vaidika Parampara, Sanatani Hindus, we should know. Then comes another system. And then, of course, the first system says God lives in heaven. And he is formless. Yet he is a he. And he lives in heaven. Confusion. They have no answers. You ask questions, they will burn you at stake. Then there's yet another system which has got a similar infrastructure, a more aggressive militant infrastructure. And they say, God lives in heaven. I agree. Not in your heaven, but in my heaven. Just as you are a Masiha, I am also a Masiha, but I am the latest and the last. As opposed, Vedanta, Vaidika Parampara comes and tells you facts. What is the fact? Sun rises in the east. Upanishads will come and tell you, look again. It looks as though it rises in the east, but it does not really rise or set. It's the earth which goes around the sun. And from where you are, you see the sun rising and setting. What you see is not dismissed by the reality. In the reality, you are able to admire what you see. What you see does not deny the reality. The reality does not dismiss what you see. No belief systems. I don't need a Messiah. I just need Shraddha from you. I just need a mind which says, I am willing to listen to you. Empower me to comprehend and own up this knowledge. That's what Arjuna says. Yes, Shreya Nishchitam Bruhi. Tell me what's good for me, Krishna. Tell me one. Tad ekam vada nischitya yena shreyon mapyuyam. Give me that one thing which will give me freedom. So that's how the whole question is. So is it possible to see Ishvara? Is it possible to have Sakshatkara with Ishvara? The answer is capital Y-E, yes. Next question. How? So, the Purva, Veda Purva, tells you how you go about it. There are something called Bija Mantras. For example, then you are clicking on a link, you want to attend to my talk. You want to click on a link. If it's highlighted in blue, if you click, it will straight away take you to the site. If it is not highlighted, then possibly they'll say copy, paste it in your address bar, this bar, that bar, try something. Bija mantras are those which you click, which will take you direct to Ishvara. That's why they are called Bija mantras. Om, Hrim, Shrim, Om, Hrim, Klim, Phat. All these are Bija mantras. If you read Kanda Sashti Kavacham, there will be a lot of Bija mantras. Digu, 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 digu. Jagagana, Shagagana. All these are Bija mantras. Bija mantras are hyperlinked text which will take you to the Ishvara direct. So what does it say? Let's look at a couple of Bija mantras. One simple Bija mantra is Gayatri. Gayatri mantra chanted 24 crore times with Shraddha. Gayatri Devi will appear in front of you. Shri Rama Taraka mantra. Shri Rama. 3 mantras, just 3 letters. Shri Rama. Taraka mantra. Chanted 3 crore times. As many times as there are syllables. Chanted 3 crore times. You can see Rama. You want to see Balarama? You can see him. You want to see Sri Jai. Lam Lalla, you can see. You want to see Kodandarama, you can see. Jai Shri. Okay, you want to add Ja, Ya, Shri, Ram. 5. So 5 syllables chanted 5 crore times. Rama appears. Where is it reinforced? There was a saint called Tyagaraja. Tyagaraja chanted this much more than 3 crore times. Sri Rama appeared, and seeing Sri Rama, Tyagaraja sang Samajavara Gamana. Sadhu Hrit. You reside in the sadhu's heart. He appeared. He saw. So like that, you want to have Narayana Darshan, you have Ram Darshan, Sri Krishna Darshan, and as it was mentioned, Sri Krishna. Okay, 3.5 letters, chanted 3 crore, 50,000, 50 lakh times. Sri Krishna will appear in front of you. So our Swamiji often will say, who says? Shastra says. It's a very nice way of saying, who says? Shastra says. So 3.5 times you chant Sri Krishna. Sri, it will appear. Krishna will appear. So Krishna, Narayana, Then Om Namah Shivaya. Om is common. It is called Pancha. Okay? Shivadas. Pancha syllables. Pancha Akshara. Chanted 5 crore times. Trishuladhari Shiva will come in front of you. Devi Mantra. Chanted. Devi will appear in front of you. This is called Bhagavat Sakshatkara. Puranas are replete with this. And Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga is also replete. Krishna appeared. In front of the Bhakta, he will appear. What type of darshan will this be? It is called Pratibhasikam. Pratibhasikam does not mean it's an imagination. Okay? Pratibhasikam does not mean it is some illusion which you can dismiss. Pratibhasikam is real for you. Krishna will come, will talk to you, will be your personal guide you. Shastra says. Okay. So this is called Bhagavat Sakshatkaram. You need to do work for it. You just can't imagine it will happen. To reinforce your faith, they have told you a lot of things. Bhagavan has appeared in front of so many. So many stories are there. So many stories. There was a young girl, Kodai. From day one, she wanted to marry Ranganatha. And she would try the garland and then send it. One day, her father found a strand of human hair there. He came and charged her. She said, yes, I do try it out. The father was terribly annoyed. So he made a fresh garland, took it to the temple, and when he pulled on Ranganatha, it was not accepted, it fell down. And Ranganatha appeared in Vishnu Chitta's Vishnu Chitta in front of him and said, send me the garland which Kodai wore and bring her to me. I'm going to marry her. She walked, and if you read Andal's Glory, it says she married, and he came dressed as Raja Mannar, as a bridegroom. So there are numerous instances of Ishvara appearing not just in other yugas, in Kali Yuga. Yes, it is called Bhagavat Sakshatkara. But there is a small problem. In this Sakshatkara, Bhagavan will come and Bhagavan will go. Ayaram Gaya. The coming of Bhagavan will bring you a lot of pleasure. The going of Bhagavan will bring you equal pain. Okay, so Bhagavan has appeared. You will choose what does he want. It's called Bhagavat Sakshat. Arjuna, however, in chapter 7, chapter 9, chapter 10, was given a vision of Ishvara. Arjuna was given a vision by Sri Krishna himself, and he said, what you see is definitely, Sakshatkara is valid. But will it not be wiser to know Ishvara? Not only do you know, would you like the Ishvara to be permanently with you? He says, you bet. So he, in chapter 7, 9, and 10, 11, he is giving you an insight and telling you that Ishvara, before you go to Ishvara, he says, you see a world in front of you. Anything purposefully mindfully put together, serving a purpose, a product, must have a maker. This Srishti, which is mindfully, purposefully, meaningfully put together, must therefore have a maker. Same logic. When there is a product and when there is a maker, there must also be a cause, a material cause. The material cause and the maker cause are separate in all other products. In this Srishti alone, the maker cause and the product are together. It is called Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam. Abhinna, non-separate, material and intelligent cause of Srishti. This was highlighted in 7, 9, 10 and now 11 as well. It's going to be highlighted. So, what you see is Ishvara Upadana Karanam. What is invisible is Nimitta Karanam. When you want to see a Sakshatkara of a form, you must invoke Ishvara as Shantakaram Bhujagasayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadaram Gagana Sadrisham. You have to invoke him in that form. You have to invoke Muruga in that particular. You want Pani Muruga? You want Tirupparamundram Muruga? You want all 6 of them? You want Narayana, Anantasayanam? You want Venkatachalapati? You want a Muralidhara? You want a Giridhara? You want Devi seated on the lotus? I am not talking about anything else, okay? Devi seated on the people will say, don't do politics. You see, Devi seated on. Devi in Saraswati, Devi as in Mahalakshmi, Devi as in Simha Vahini, Varahi. You want? There is a Bija mantra, invoke, and Devi, Ishvara will appear. Krishna says, would you like to look at Ishvara insightfully? Are you just the form? Because when you see Ishvara in front of you, it's a form. Are you just a form? Or is there something much beyond this form? Are you just this body, mind, sense complex? Or is there something beyond this? So Krishna says, I am the Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam. I am the material cause. I am the intelligent cause. I am the non-separate intelligent and material cause. Before we go into chapter 11, in chapter 10 we saw the entire Srishti, which is intelligently put together. So when something is intelligently put together, there is intelligence. Intelligence rests on a conscious being, and that conscious being is not separate from the Srishti that you see. But you need to see it properly. Therefore, in chapter 11, Krishna at one point will say, Divya Chakshu Dadami. That means I'm going to, it is translated as divine sight, but we have to look at, you have to learn to look at it insightfully. Can you ever see the earth going around the sun? Perhaps you will land on the moon and you will see a huge earth going around. But you can't see it's going around. You can see only rising and setting. So you see the rising sun and you see the setting sun, you insightfully see earth going around the sun. The earth spins on its axis. Has anyone felt it? Perhaps if you had a drink too many, if you become too spiritual, perhaps you would have felt. Or vertigo would have given you that. but you insightfully see. In the same way, Krishna says, Divya Chakshu Dadami, for you to see me insightfully. In chapter 10, Krishna took Arjuna, said, look at the glory, look at the manifestation of my glory and see my presence there. Taking you a little deeper. The whole thing is an intelligent cause. There is a material cause. And the intelligent and the material cause manifests itself as one big conscious being, as total knowledge. And that total knowledge reveals itself in the knowledge that you choose to study or open up. Okay. I'm sure all of you know ophthalmology. He looks at you and says, this is to be done, that is to be done, that is to be done. Shastras say the intelligent cause manifests itself and reveals the law behind your optical vision. There is endocrinology, there is ophthalmology, otorhinolaryngology. Everything is intelligence, total knowledge. And the total knowledge reveals itself to you. And there you find Ishwar. And Arjuna in chapter 10 said, give me one place where I can start inquiring. Krishna says, why one place? Arjuna, I'll give you many places to start inquiring. I cannot give you an exhaustive list because the moment I give you an exhaustive list, my important qualification called limitlessness will fall flat. So you can't give an exhaustive list of what is limitless. So he says, I'll give you not an illustrative one, but an exhaustive illustrative. So that was what given in chapter 10. And we enter chapter 11. The chapter is titled Viswaroopa Darshana Yoga. Yoga doesn't mean yogic exercises. When a lot of people, when they read the Bhagavad Gita chapters, they say yoga means standing on the head. You don't have to stand on the head to see Ishwar. And based on this, someone even gave me a translation of that. The first chapter is called Arjuna Vishada Yoga. They say even sadness is a yoga. And that fellow had such solid logic that I believed it for quite a long time. Yoga here means topic, subject matter one. In this context, in Bhagavad Gita context, it means Arjuna Vishada Yoga, topic of Arjuna's sadness. Viswaroopa Darshana Yoga, topic of seeing total Ishvara, seeing Ishvara as Srishti and Srishti as Ishvara. See one in many, see many in one. That is what it is. So yoga here means topic. We are going into the chapter 11, Ekadasha. That's why it said Ekadasha. We have come quite a distance. And let me tell you something. Among all the chapters, the most confusing chapter is chapter 10. Because we would like to learn things objectively. I would like to be shown this is it, this is it, this is it. Chapter 11 is one place where I cannot show you. There has to be a lot of Shraddha. There has to be a lot of Shraddha. Shraddha in the scriptures. Shraddha in the words of the teacher. For us, Bhagavad Gita teacher Yogacharya Sri Krishna, Vyasa, who was written, Shankara, who's written the Bhashya, and our own Sri Swami Dayananda Saraswati, who has been the one and only teacher of Gita. So we need a lot of Shraddha. I don't use the word faith. Shraddha I use because Shraddha means Guru Vakyeshu, Vedanta Vakyeshu, Vishwasaha. Vishwasaha means it is like the faith you have in your eyes. When you open your eyes, you have any doubt you will see or not see? That is called Shraddha. That is the kind of Shraddha you have to have. It is not brainwashing or putting you, selling you something. It says, try me. That's what Krishna says. Try me. Anyway, I'm talking for your good. That's what. So we'll go into chapter 11. Chapter 11 also has a lot of complicated chanting. They use Trishtup Chanda meter for most of the chapter. The words have to be carefully chanted. So, it's quite a chapter. And it's a very long chapter. Ishwar Anugraha, we will complete this as well. So, let's see chapter 11. Om Shri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha. Atha Ekadashodhyayah. Viswaroopa Darshanam Ekadashodhyayah. That is the book I have been using for so long. It's virtually in tatters. Okay. So, Atha Ekadashodhyayah, chapter number 11. It is called Viswaroopa Darshana Yoga. It starts with Arjuna Uvacha Madanugrahaya Paramam Guhyamadhyatma Sangitam Madanugrahaya Paramam Guhyam Adhyatma Sangitam Yatvayoktam Vachastena Mohoyam Vigato Mama Yattayoktam Vachastena Mohoyam Vigato Mama. Once more. Madanagrahaya Paramam Guhyam Adhyatma Sangitam Yattava Yoktam Vachastenam Yatvayoktam Vachastenam Mohoyam Vigato Mama. See, the first verse itself is pretty challenging. So we're going to have a tough time. Learn to chant also. Okay. So let's look at the words. Mad Anugrahaya, for my benefit. So Bhagavad Gita so far till chapter 11 has been chanted, has been taught only for our benefit. Continue to be for our. Okay. Paramam Guhyam. Guhyam is normally translated as secret. Gopaniya. Why is it translated as secret? More than secret, understand as something subtle. If subtle things are told in a very, to everyone, they just won't be able to not only appreciate, they'll call you a fool. I think I once told you the story of how grandmothers tell stories of how does it rain. I think I told you the story. There is a person there called Varuna, he's a Bhagwan. He has a huge mud pot. And summer mud pot you can immediately relate. I have a small one here, so a big pot. And he has an aluminium jug, I think. Maybe because he's Varuna, he'll have a silver jug. And he dips water, but dumps the jug into the mud and mud pot and pours. Okay. So when he dips the pot into the pot, the flashing of silver is the lightning. And when the jug bangs against the mud pot, earthen pot, the noise comes. That is thunder. And he pours selectively. Somewhere in Tamil Nadu, less. The other way he pours. There's some law. And you're old. Oh, you listen, grandmother stuffs some food into your mouth and her job done. Now you are 4 or 5 years old. Now imagine you are 14 and she told you all this story. What would happen? She'd say, grandmother, you tell the grandchild in the family. I know better. So, Anugrahaya Guhyam. Certain things have to be told in a certain subtle manner so that you come to understand it better. So, Mad Anugrahaya Paramam Guhyam, the most subtle thing. Adhyatma Sangitam. You have taught me something. You have revealed a certain fact about me. Adhyatma Sangitam. Okay? You have revealed something about me to me. For my benefit, you have revealed this to me. Okay? Vachaha. You have not only really, given me some kind of, it is not what do you call it, spiritual romanticism or anything. There is no mysticism here. Crystal clear teaching. Tat Tvam Asi. You are not this body mind sense complex. If you have identified with the body mind sense complex, it's a mistake. Get out and look at yourself as the observer, knower of the body mind sense complex, distinct from the body mind sense complex, yet as though attached. Your paradigm shift takes place. So far, you were looking for Sakshat Krita Pratyaksha Ishvara who would appear in front of you. Now he says, I'm going to give you a change in the vision. You want to learn to look at me different. You are the same Ishvara. You are going to look at me differently. There's going to be a paradigm shift. You're going to insightfully using Jnana Chakshu, the sight. Yeah, Divya Chakshu, Jnana Chakshu, intelligent. You look at certain things insightfully. Okay? So, Sangitam, then, Tvaya Yat Uttam, Yat Tva Yoktam. So, Tvaya Yat Yuktam, Tena Mama Moha Digataha. Whatever stuff you have taught me, what you have taught me so far, Moha Vigataha. It has cleared me of a lot of confusion. There's a possible question. If he has cleared the confusion, then why go to 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, another 7 chapters? He says, most of my confusions, the basic confusion is gone. But there are finer points which need to be resolved. Once those finer points are resolved, at the end of chapter 18, Arjuna will say, Nashto moha smritit labdha tvat prasadan mayachyuta. Hey Achyuta, because of your prasada, my confusion is totally gone. He will say that. Not he, you will all say that. So, now let's look at this. Very beautifully said. Is Arjuna an Uttamadhikari? Yes. He has been listening to Krishna very, very carefully. Pratibodha, when Krishna said something, Arjuna questioned. Is this the way to understand, or should I understand it this way? Tell me one which is good for me. You are telling that you are supposed to master the mind, but it's very difficult to master the mind. You are telling me get up and fight, but there is my grandfather there. How do I fight my grandfather? One who I love. Puja Arha Ishubhi Pratiotsami. How do I fire arrows at him? So ethical conflicts were addressed. Vedanta, Adhyatma conflicts were addressed. He is summing up in this one verse his study of the entire first 6 chapters of the Bhagavad Gita. What does he say? Mat anugrahaya paramam guhyam vachaha. You have told me something very, very important. What is that very important? You are not this body, mind, sense complex. You are not the roles. You are someone who plays the role. So when you play the role, just as any other role, there is a distance between the role and the role player. The distance is not physical. The distance is in the knowledge of the reality that I am not the role, I am the role player. A cognitive reality. We are comfortable with that reality. Arjuna says, you have given me this, you have made me understand that Arjuna has a relationship with Bhishma as a grandson. Arjuna has a relationship with Dronacharya as a guru. A subtle distance between, I just saw the relationship between the guru and the Sishya never, you don't fight the guru and things like that. It never changes. So you have to ask me that question. Then why did he go and kill Dronacharya? Drona was not Drona Guru, okay? Dronacharya. Acharya. Skills teacher. There are 6 levels of teachers in India. Adhyapak, Upadhyay, Acharya, Pandita, Drishta, Guru. So Adhyapak, Upadhyay, teachers, readers, and professors. Skill teacher is an Acharya. The one who helps you do higher levels of studies and discusses with you as equal. A theorist is a Pandit. One who helps you writes theories of your own, helps you in your doctoral research. He's a Drishta. He has a vision and he would like you to raise the vision. Guru has only one role. Gukaro andakarasya, rukaro tan nivartakatvat. You are confused between the real and the unreal. You have taken the unreal to be the real. Guru's job is to see that you see the real really. That is the job of the Guru. So he says, you have done that job for me. Okay, Adhyatma Jnana you have given me. I am no longer that small, inadequate person. I came to this battlefield as a small, inadequate person, insignificant person. You have made me see myself as no longer that insignificant person. What I now is only reinforcing and doing nididhyasana, owning up that significant, the only significant being. So this is a very powerful 2 lines. So, yatva, yat, acha, uktam, acha, yeah, so yatvaya uktam, tena, okay, because of which, mama, okay, I am this, moha, vigataha, I was confused. I was confused. I was insignificant. I was small. I was a nobody. I was a fellow living a life of accomplishment, labels, and badges. We should be able to tell this to Krishna. We should be able to tell. I am no longer that insignificant person. I am no longer that inadequate person. Why? Because Krishna has told the Bhagavad Gita through our parampara, brought it to me. I am no longer inadequate. I have no doubts there at all. But yes, I need to learn some more so that this is reinforced and becomes my knowledge. Doesn't remain in the book knowledge of the book. It has to be well assimilated. That's a very beautiful word. Well assimilated, owned up. It has to become my knowledge. So that's in the first verse. Okay. Let's look at the second verse. We'll look at 2 today and then go on. Bhavapyayau hi bhutanam. Bhavapyayau hi bhutanam. Shrutau vistarasho maya. Shrutau vistarasho maya. One line. Bhavapyayau hi bhutanam. Shrutau vistarasho maya. Vatta kamala patraksha. Beautiful word. Kamala patra aksha. Describing Krishna. Come in front. You are about eyes like, it's not as big, lotus eye means you're going to look at an eye that big. He's saying it, figure it. You remember this Kamala somewhere? Vyasa? Vyasa Vishala Buddhe. Pullara Irinda Yata Patra Netra. So Vyasa had. Now anybody whose eyes are attractive is said to be Pulla Aravinda Patra. That is like the lotus leaf, but not this big in size. Possibly a T-Rex size. So, Tvatta Kamala Patraksha, Tvatta Kamala Patraksha, Mahat, Mahatyam, Mahatmya, Mapi, Chavyayam, Mahatmyapi, Chavyayam. Okay. Bhavapyayau hi bhutanam, Shrutau vistarasho maya, Tvatta Kamala Patraksha, Mahatmyamapi Chavyayam. In the first verse, he summed up the first 6 chapters. Look at the quality of the student. One verse, he says, this is what I understood. The next verse, verse number 2, he sums up 7, 9, and 10. Why 8? Because 8 is not related to any of them. Just talks of some other. So in one verse, in verse number 2, he is summing up what he has learned so far in the Madhyama Shatkam. What has he learned? Bhava, okay, hey Kamala, Kamala Patraksha, hey, hey जिसकी आंखें कमल जैसी हो, oh, lovely word, nice, handsome looking Krishna. So Kamala Patraksha Maya, you have taught me, the secret behind the Utpatti and Pralaya of all the bhutas. You have taught me that you as the material cause are the reason for bhava and apya. Okay, apyayav. For 2 of them, you are the cause. You have to supply the third one here, sthiti also. So, utpatti, sthiti, pralaya. So you have taught me that as gold, as the absolute reality, you are the cause of the Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, Sarva Bhutanam. You have taught me. Tvatta. And how did you teach me? Not brief summary. Upanishad, when you go and study, everything will be brief. See, in the morning, sometimes we examine 1 or 2 Upanishad Vakya. So last 1 week, we have been trying to examine an Upanishad Vakya, and people must be very tired, listen to the same thing. What's that? Isha Vasyamidam Sarvam Yat Kinchit Jagatyam Jagat, one line. That's all. Whereas here he says, Vatta Vistarashaha, you have given it to me elaborately. You reinforced it in 7, you reinforced it in 9, then you take it 10, you gave me a lot of alambana to relate to. Exhaustive material. Vistarashaha. Okay. Shrutau, you made me here. I did not sleep off when you were teaching, like it happens very often. Swamiji starts very often when we do this early morning meditation. Om Sana Bhavatu, Sana Bhavatu, Saviryam Karavavai. Sit straight. After some time, if you listen to the roaring, no? One is a wolf growl, another is a tiger growl. They'll be matching. Suddenly, Swamiji will crack a joke. They'll say, what did you say? I was not a student like that. I was not a student like that. Shruttav, I heard you. I heard every word you said. Hey Krishna, I heard every word you said. Shruttav, cha avyayam. You taught me that in this material cause, how do I look for the intangible but limitless Satya Vastu as intelligent cause? You taught me that as well. Look at the adhikari that he is. Would you love to teach? There are some teachers in our group here. Would you love to teach a student like this? You will say, hey, let's camp and study for life. Okay. Avyayam, in this changing, in this maelstrom of changing world, you taught me the changeless Chaitanya. You showed me the changeless that changeless Satya Vastu relating to the first 6 You made me see myself as the changeless Satya Vastu. Okay. And I could see it. I could see it because of your Mahatmyam. Mahatmyam and Vibhuti mean the same. What is Mahatmyam? Your glory. Next time I go, I look at some, when I look at the sunset, I don't look at the sunset, I see your law. I see your order, I see the manifestation of your order. Season changing, I see the manifestation of your order. No rains, I see manifestation of your order. That's what is happening. Concrete jungles, no rain. Manifestation of your order. I'm seeing all this. Mahatmyam, because of your glory, hey Ishvara. Then we will see what comes in the next verse. What is he saying and how is Krishna going to do? The first few lines, eight or nine verses, are glorifying the teacher, glorifying Ishvara. They're highly meditative verses. Close your eyes. You want Ishvara Sakshatkara? You want Ishvara to appear in front of you? Start now. Kamala Kamala Patra Aksha Krishna. Chant it. Kamala Patra Aksha. 7 crore times you chant. Okay. Krishna will come. I'm not saying. The Shastras. That must be the kind of commitment. Chant and Krishna will appear. That is Sakshatkara. Sakshatkrita. But that Sakshat will, Agama, Apai, will come and go. When it goes, it will leave you miserable. Therefore, I am giving you Divya Chakshu so that you can permanently see Pratyaksha Ishvara all the time, not occasionally, not a sporadic darshan, but a permanent darshan. That's what Krishna is going to lead us to in chapter 11. Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahisha gobrahmayebhya shubhamastu nityam loka samastas kino bhavantu kale varshatu parjanyah prithvi sasya shalinim desho yam shobharahitah brahmana santu nirbhaya sarve bhavantu sukhinah सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय हो
Hare Krishna.
जय हो स्वामी दयानंद महाराज की
Wonderful.
जय हो
Wonderful.
श्री कृष्णा जय हो. We will meet again next week. All talks are available as recorded material. 151 hours are available in a link. We have put it in the group. 151 talks are available as a link. All talks are available thanks to VXL, thanks to our young man Ramesh. The morning talks are also now being recorded and they're all available as Google Drive links. We are doing focused thoughts on 20 minutes on these subjects again. People are welcome for the morning meditation session as well. More than anything else, commit yourself to this knowledge. This is what is unique to us. Sanatana, Vaidika Parampara, Bharata Varshavasi. It is something unique to us. It is not meant for us alone, it's meant for the world. And as persons who have first-hand access to the language and the teaching, we are supposed to teach it to the world. We need not teach in Sanskrit. You need not teach. We will see when it comes to 13. You need not teach in a Sanskrit. You don't have to use, Sandhi, Vichhed and Samasa. If you can explain the essence and if you can make the person understand that Tat Tvam Asi, if you are able to make someone understand that you are not an insignificant person, but you are the only significant being, you are done. The job is done. That is Vedanta. We'll meet again next. Sadguru.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hari Om.
Oh, Hari Om.
Thank you, sir.
Oh.
Jai Shri Krishna.